brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg, pre-need to at-need, funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home provider is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Lawrence O. Bielema, age 89, died February the 10th. Mr. Bielema is in the care of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel. Funeral service for Donald Omar Manus is today at 2 p.m. from Curtis & Son North. Burial in the Fayetteville Cemetery. Visitation prior to the service, noon until 2 at Curtis & Son. Mr. Manus passed away February the 11th at his residence. He retired from Kimberly-Clark after 33 years and served in the National Guard for some 8 years. Online condolences at curtisondsonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Visitation for Glenda Deline Medley Bryant, age 85. That visitation will be Saturday from noon until 1 o'clock at Curtis & Son North, followed by a funeral service at 1 in the chapel. Burial in the Tallahatchie Cemetery in Alpine. Curtis & Son Funeral Home directing. Shirley Abernathy Grace died February the 10th at the age of 88. Visitation at Curtis & Son North, February the 16th from 11 until 1, followed by graveside service at Evergreen Memorial Cemetery beginning at 1 p.m. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Mr. Paul Skinner passed away on Thursday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, announcing. Judith Dugan died at Chapman Healthcare Center in Alexander City on Thursday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, announcing the arrangements. Memorial service for Marcia Turner will be held a week from tomorrow at Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel in Sylacauga. Jackie Pawpaw Jack Wayne Humphreys, age 71, of Sylacauga, died February the 10th. Visitation will be held at the Tabernacle at 2911 Talladega Springs Road in Sylacauga, February the 16th from noon until 2. Funeral service to follow at 2 with Brother Chris Sherbert and Brother Joe Kelly officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. James Rich, age 78, died February the 10th. Visitation for Mr. Rich will be Saturday at Leeds Worship Center from 11 until noon, with the funeral service beginning at noon. Burial in the Moody Cemetery, Kilgrove Funeral Home in Leeds, directing. Mr. Olin Fisher Hawkins died February the 10th. Family receiving friends at Ursery Funeral Home in Pell City beginning at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, February the 17th. Funeral service to follow at noon with Brother Billy Little officiating. Burial in the St. Clair Memorial Gardens, Ursery Funeral Home, Pell City, directing. Reverend Calvin Shaw passed away February the 11th at the age of 100. Mr. Shaw was a resident of Childersburg. Visitation will be February the 18th from 10 until 11 at Radley Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service to follow at 11 in the chapel with Reverend Rodney Frost, Reverend Rick Rushton, and Reverend Joel Maxwell officiating. Reverend Shaw will be laid to rest in Green Hill Cemetery in Childersburg. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Caden Zane Fine died February the 2nd. He's in the care of Kilgrove Funeral Home. Caden was one of the young men that was killed in Canada on a Canadian hockey trip for youngsters. And he was just a young guy and began to do travel hockey in 2020 with the Birmingham Junior Bulls. He played high school hockey as well, and there was 4 of those kids killed in that accident. One of those, Caden Zane Fine, who passed away February the 2nd. Funeral service will be at Kilgrove Funeral Home in Leeds on Sunday. Visitation from 12 until 2. Memorial service to follow on February the 17th from 2 to 3:30 at the Pelham Civic Complex at 500 Amphitheater Road. Kilgrove Funeral Home in Leeds in charge of the arrangements. Margie Lois Caldwell passed away February the 11th. She was the owner of the Cut and Curl Beauty Shop in Sylacauga for many years. A memorial service will be held at Radley Smith Funeral Home on February 23rd at 11 o'clock with Brother Jared Smith officiating. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Celebration of Life for Rosie Welch will be tomorrow from 1 until 2 o'clock at S.M. Goodson Funeral Home in Talladega. Burial in the Jennifer Cemetery at 2566 Jennifer Road in Munford. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home directing. Peggy Jean McDonald Andrews, age 80, died February the 10th. Visitation at Radley Smith in Sylacauga on Sunday from 1 until 2. Funeral service to follow in the chapel at 2 o'clock with Reverend Keith Dennis and Pastor Brett Medley officiating. Graveside service, Green Hill Cemetery on Monday at 11 a.m. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Public viewing for Emeritus Pastor Richard H. Fair will be today from 1 until 4 o'clock at Community Funeral Home. Family hour today from 5 till 7 as well. Celebration of Life on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church in Harpersville. Burial in the Harpersville Memorial Cemetery. Community Funeral Home directing. Celebration of Life for Manola Knight is today at 11 a.m. from Greater New Hope Baptist Church at 80 Wynette Road in Sylacauga. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Community Funeral Home directing. Public viewing for Quinteria Rochelle Meadows is today, 1 until 7 o'clock at Community Funeral Home. Celebration of Life on Saturday at 1 p.m. from New Style Baptist Church. It's 294 Coosa County Road 20 in Equality. Burial in the New Style Baptist Church Cemetery in Equality. Community Funeral Home directing. And Mike Roy Brown, age 77, of Alpine, died February the 7th. Graveside ceremony in his honor, 2 o'clock Sunday, February the 15th, at Alpine Cemetery, with the Reverend John Bradley Carlista officiating. Mr. Brown was a native of Talladega, but lived his life, many of his years, in Alpine. He was a member of the Trinity Episcopal Church in Alpine and former employee of Cooley Motor Company and Colonial Chevrolet. In lieu of flowers, the family asks that donation be made in Mike's memory to a charity of your choice or to his favorite charity, that the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. You can mail your donation to 2361 Highland Boulevard, Staten Island, New York, 10306, or online at www.t2t.org. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Pre-need, at-need, funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home provider is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg,